The Tallboy Experience.
Hey, y'all want to experience something really a true experience? Y'all got to check out Tallboy. He about to bring it to you right now. I didn't say right now. I say right now. R-A-T-9. Right now. Check out the experience, Tallboy. Look out, Tallboy. You get ready to be interviewed by Theodis Ealey.
Uh-oh.
The stand-up in it, man.
Oh, Lord. Hey, I need to learn this lesson right here. I'm going to learn this lesson.
My lesson to you, my advice to you, and the only thing I got to say, stay as you are, because you're a very nice young brother.
Man.
That's all I got to say.
I appreciate that.
All right.
It don't get no better than that.
It don't get better than that. Well,
You ain't got no more questions you want to ask me?
No, if I did, I'd ask it.
That's Mr. Theodis Ealey. We backstage, Blues and Barbecue Festival. I don't know if you can hear me because he got the microphone down there. But he interviewing me, y'all. I just interviewed him.
No, I'm finished interviewing him.
Mr. Stand-Up in it, Mr. Theodis Ealey.
All right, Tallboy.
If you want the exclusive, you want the Tallboy, because he's going to bring you the exclusive.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we got a treat coming for you. All you nasty-minded people, we got the stand-up in it man coming up. The stand-up in it man. But first, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
What made me want to get into the blues? I actually had no choice because the blues was around me from the time I was a child. My two brothers before me played guitar and played the blues, so I just grew up with bands around me. I can't remember a day that I didn't have a guitar in my presence. My very first experience on stage as a performer was with my brothers, my two brothers, back in Natchez, Mississippi, was where I'm from, Natchez, Sibley, Mississippi. Their bass player quit at the last minute, and I was always around them while they was rehearsing, so I knew the show. So I did my very first show at age 13 at a place called the Horseshoe Circle in Natchez, Mississippi, playing bass with my brother Theodis Ealey and the Mirror Makers. You know, being 13 years old, man, you know, and on the stage playing with my brothers to a full house, you know, it's one of the greatest things ever happened to me.
Did they pay you?
Yeah, I got paid. I always get paid. I never play music without getting paid.
And what did you do with your first check?
I saved it up to buy me a what they call a moped back in those days, but my mama wouldn't let me buy it. But what have I learned from playing music from I was 13 until now? I learned how to live. What made me create that song? Well, when people ask me a question like that, I tell them that they must haven't listened to the song, because the song tells why I created it. It says, little old lady told me a story. And I went and I just delivered the story that the little old lady told me. That men think they know what women want, but they don't. You know, so she just told me what women like. She said women, they like for you to stand up in it. So I made a song about it. The one living artist that's living that I haven't worked with, who I would like to work with, is Raphael Sadiq. And the why is because I used to play guitar for his older sister who passed, Miss Sarah Levinson. She got killed in an accident. And Raphael was a child growing up around me. And I'm so proud of how he grew up to be such a great artist. And I would love to work with him one time. I did get a chance to go on stage and play a tiny bit of guitar with him when we was on the same show in France. But I wasn't really just on the show with him though. But to be able to play in the same band and have fun with my little brother Raphael Sadiq, that would be truly a treat. Man, where do I think the music is going today? You know, that's a hard question. Music is it's just go where the universe leads it. You know, always have a new artist coming up with different ways to approach it. You know, so it's kind of hard for me to say where it's going to. Man, it's just like anything else. You know, you talking about all the music that black people make. You know, until we get our own radio stations and can play what we want to play, we can't complain about what's being played because we haven't come together and did our own thing. We don't even have any hospitals. We don't have any grocery stores. We don't have nothing. You know, we get our hands on a little money. We buy a big pretty car and a big pretty house instead of coming together and making a way for us as a people. Do our own thing. Don't have to go to other people to get everything we need. So I have no complaints about the radio not playing me because we don't have any stations. Does that answer your question? I would want to be remembered. Most people think that I want to be remembered as a great guitar player or a great singer, whatever I do. I would like to be remembered as a decent, a very decent man. That's why I like to be remembered. When you speak of me, I would like to be spoken of. I'd like for people to say, hey, you know, Theodis was a good person. What do I say to the next generation of music artists? Always remember that you are not in control of nothing. That the Most High control everything. So ask for it, believe you'll get it, and wait on the Almighty to give it to you. But you can't have it until you claim it. If you're a DJ, claim it. Even if you're working at a McDonald's, someone asks you what you do, you say I'm a DJ, but I'm just working here. If they ask you, if you're a producer, you know, someone asks you what you do, you could be frying hamburgers, whatever you're doing. Just always remember that you are what you think you are. So you have to claim it and be who you say you are. As often as I can, I get there at least once a year. I go to Mississippi. You know, I'm part of the Mississippi Blues Trail. The Mississippi, speaking of Mississippi, I'm part of the Mississippi Blues Trail. Mississippi Highway 61 is a famous spot. That's where a lot of the real blues musicians live at on Highway 61. So Mississippi came up with what they call the Mississippi Blues Trail on Highway 61, where they paid respect and homage to all the great blues musicians like Muddy Water, John Lee Hooker, all those people. And John Lee wasn't from Mississippi. I don't know if John Lee's from Mississippi now, but I know Muddy Waters is, and B.B. King. They give them markers along in their hometown. So I was fortunate enough to have one in my hometown for me and my brothers. It's called the Ealey Brothers, and then I'm mentioning on two others, one in Pascagoula, Mississippi. So I'm part of the Mississippi Blues Trail. If they have a minute, take a minute to read the book of Ecclesiastes. If you can't read the whole book, read the last 2 verses. It say, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Think big, think tall. Think tall boy.
Tall boy.